Next, the Packers visit the Big Easy to take on the Saints, who are without Drew Brees for the first time since 2005. It's the start of a new era in New Orleans, and it's only on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Callaway, the return man. And he returns this to the 22. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading about at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the 2nd quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for the Saints.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Winston to give, it's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Will Johnson on the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, you got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Callaway, the return man. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down to the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. Play action now, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A give. This is Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Running right, Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Back now here live in New Orleans. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. On the return, Harris. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now down 7-6. Just over 1:40 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Pass complete, Thomas. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality. And that was a quality catch right there.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Here's Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Winston to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Winston. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it with Kamara. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I mean, we've been watching this one right here and gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. Winston to throw for. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Tries just in general, what are your thoughts? Passing versus running on two-point conversion. Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New Orleans, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.